Hey guys, good morning. It is August 8th. I think it's Monday. Yeah, August 5th, August 6th, August 7th, August 8th, Monday morning. This is Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine. I'm just going to drive around the city because I said I'd go through the weekend without getting vehicular stalking on tape. They have their running lights on, and that could be nothing. But I do want to go ahead and do tape with getting the vehicular stalking. There's a one light truck that just passed me, but it looked kind of banged up, so I can't be sure. In a cab. I want to see if it has any kind of bearing on more authority figures vehicular stalking me. So I haven't had a lot of police or first responders from DHS fusion centers patrolling me because I've slowed down on the vehicular stalking. So if that's why they're doing it, and there's a one light truck right there. If that's the reason they're doing it, I want to make a kind of a 45-minute to an hour, and there's a one light little Volkswagen Bug. They're running lights. I'll just do one lights, guys. And somebody commented on one of my videos where I specifically said, you know, some people get color combinations, but I don't notice them. All I notice is black trucks participate a lot. I notice black trucks participate a lot with tinted windows in the one light thing. Somebody commented, you know, you think all silver, and he named all the colors of cars. You think all those colors are you know, vehicular stalking you, and I didn't say anything about that in the video, so I don't know what people are watching sometimes, if they even watch the videos, and just, there's a U.S. Air Force tag on that. I wish I could zoom in. I don't know what they're watching, if they're just, you know, perps who, you know, just kind of get on and make some kind of dumb comment. I'm doing okay. The people being right above me in the condo, and that's for sure now. There's no question. It's like I'll sit down to use the bathroom, and they'll be right above me pouring in stuff to that toilet above. And then I came in, I hadn't flushed the toilet, you know, my mom's toilet in the back for like a day. And I came in yesterday and laid down, and it smelled like sewage in that room. And so they're pouring something now that is actually a toxin. I don't know at first. And there's a Dugas termite thing, or pest control. They like doing those because they think of me as just like an animal they can kill, or lower, like an insect. You know, the gang stalking program. So so it's been kind of tough, you know, because I'll feel okay out here. What I think is going on is that pretty much all the ELF, unless I'm driving the car, I've got a beam on me, like a single ELF beam. But when I go into my condo, the people upstairs with the ground weapons are taking all that ELF. That's their kind of duty. That is their criminal activity, satanic criminal activity, to hit me with those microwave weapons from above. And then my remote attacker, who's still the same guy, he definitely has a remote station or a remote platform in which he's remote neural monitoring me actively, and you know, also doing V2K. And so that's kind of their criminal satanic activity, and they're splitting it up kind of like that. So he can put more power on the remote neural monitoring and V2K, which they have to do because I have 10 personal defenders on. And these puppies work. They're too expensive. They don't put out enough buffering power, but you get 10 of them, and you're doing pretty good, because 2 of them went out yesterday, or when I woke up about 1 o'clock last night, or midnight, and 2 of them were out, so I had to charge them for about 4 hours. During that 4 hours of time, I was getting heated up, like in my mom's room, and the other room, I was getting heated up on the face and the jaws, where it was like almost unbearable. You know, so they make a big difference, to where I'm thinking about you know, because it'd take about 7 more Altera plugs to fill every plug in the condo, and those are really good. And then it would take, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my money, but they're both good investments, and if they're good investments, I might invest more in it, because it creates a lot more relief. And I think at this point, because I want something that can protect me everywhere I go, my greatest investment, I have to say, and just buying one of them probably won't do you much, but since I have 10 on, my biggest investment in this that keeps me comfortable everywhere I go are my personal defenders. Now, it's weird because I've got 6 across the top. I've, you know, safety pin 2 on each kind of shoulder area, and then I have 2 hanging down, and then 2 in each pants pocket. So it looks kind of weird. I look bulky. I kind of look like Darth Vader a little bit. Not in the face or my morals or anything like that, but like kind of the chunky computer equipment attached to me. But it keeps me comfortable. So, you know, I'll like right now, I feel a pinch in my chest where they're shooting a beam at my chest. It probably lasted, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Probably lasted about 4 seconds, and then it buffered out. So they hit me with stuff, and then right now I'm feeling a pinch, like a beam, and it was at my crotch, and it was about 4 seconds. So it hits for about 4 seconds, and that's very powerful stuff, and then it buffers out. If I didn't have any of these personal defenders on, you know, they could get a steady beam to my chest or to my genitals or my head, and it wouldn't buffer out at all. And there's one light, kind of ratchety car, so it's questionable there. I want to go ahead and do this though, and I told y'all why. You know, see if I might be patrolled by some more first responders or something like that. I hope not. I hope that they're off my case. I hope that police watch my videos, and I know that some police higher up really probably want this to end. And you know, I can do that. I'm marginalized, being attacked by the program. You know, you know, I'm already talking about it, so. You know, we might be getting some help. We might have already been getting some help for a while by people kind of watching this. They might be trying to kind of ease up on us, let us talk. You know, because they see that we can do it, where they can't come out and say all these corrupt things that are going on. So we might start seeing some kind of angels. And there's a one light, red, kind of, I guess, SUV type vehicle. I'm really not good at describing cars, if y'all realize that. SUV and car is about the furthest I go. Van, that's a van, but it's not a gang stalking van. But I feel like if we just keep calm, and it's very hard. Last night I woke up, they were torturing me when I slept. I woke up feeling hollowed out, my head hurt. Both sides of my head, I just, like, they were messing with my mind and my dreams. I don't know, so I remember an old girlfriend from college who I haven't thought of since like right after college. I haven't thought about her, and you know, she was like on my mind and in a dream last night. So I'm not sure, you know, if they do kind of go. I don't know if they have, you know, if they're in sync enough with me to where they're actually going through memories, dredging them up, or in my dream I was just kind of going through that in my mind, and then they modified it. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I do know that the problem here with my situation is that, you know, they've been on me for so long, and it's a radio receive, it's a signal receiver problem here. The more they send that signal to the receiver, which is you, which is me, the more that the more they become in tune. So let's say your brain, which it is, your brain's the receiver of that signal. At the beginning, they can kind of link it up, but your brain is kind of fighting it, because your brain is organic. But the more that they just sit there and do nothing else and become in tune with that biometric or that biorhythm of your brain, the more it's like, the more your brain kind of loses control of what you'll see in your visual cortex. If they are heavy on the remote neural monitoring, if they're doing that very heavily, it'll be harder to fight naturally. That's why defenses are so important, guys. You got to add defenses, your natural defenses, electronic defenses, defenses you can put over you, supplements that make your brain stronger, spirituality. You got to put it all together. Activism, fighting your fight on your level, knowing where your attackers are. I'm trying to figure out something because I know the weapons are right above me. And since I've been measuring them, what's happened, they had 2 spots, and I was since they know now, which is bad. I didn't know. I guess you can't really tell, when you start measuring stuff, and I'm sure, like, there's no questioning whether or not there are people up above me, because I get the readings on my ceiling of like 1,200 microteslas. When I'm out here and I get remote readings, it only can go up to like 90 microteslas remotely. So there's no question that there are ground weapons, and they are right above me. It's not like a couple floors up. It's on that floor. Because on the 3rd floor, there's an older lady, and so I know she's not doing it because she's like 90. And then above her, if somebody was doing it, they would not be able to do it like they're doing it to me now. And they became more aggressive. Once I got those readings, and that's, there's a couple of reasons they're doing it. I'll explain the reasons they're doing it. They're becoming more aggressive and placing more weapons around the area of the floor because they want to throw it off. They want me to do another video where I'm showing like, oh, there's 60 microteslas here, there's 60 microteslas here, there's 60 microteslas here. I'm getting heavy readings in these other 3 places, and then those 2 heavy readings one by my bathroom, and then one by my room, or one on top and like coming down right in the middle of my room. That's the heaviest reading that I'm getting. But what they want to do is, if they start placing them other places, then it kind of throws it off, and people are like, well, they couldn't have added more stuff. They start questioning things. To me, what it's also done, what I've just said, is I've said they've become more aggressive after I did these readings. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to show me unstable, and I've got these readings, and now I'm like, oh, well, they're placing them in different places now. So that's what they're trying to do. Now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see how they'll react to this stuff. I didn't know if they would pull off, if they would maybe lower the degrees of those weapons for a while. I really didn't know how they would react. But I've learned that when you find them out, like if you're like, okay, they're there, they're upstairs, they're not like, oh, wow, we're going to get caught or anything like that. They may kind of think that. They may be like, wow, well, this is getting a little bit more dangerous. But they become more aggressive, and they will act more confident. They'll be like, oh, well, who cares? It doesn't matter. We'll just hit him harder. We'll just hit him harder because he knows. We're not going to, hide walking around or getting off of the bed or those sounds. We're not going to, sneak around. So right when I sit down to use the bathroom, they will pour stuff right above me in some type of grain, some type of, like sugar or salt shaped grain that they're pouring in the toilets and then flushing. And it'll smell like sewage all in the room. So I mean, and they had been in there. I'm not sure if it was somebody already living there when I got there. I'm not sure if they had moved somebody in before I moved in to specifically do this. I'm not sure if I'm just not sure how that all worked. If it was somebody living there that had been living there who they contacted to see if they would do this. I doubt that, because these condos are pretty easy to move into. It's like $800 a month. For what they're spending on us as target individuals, like getting into a room next to you is child's play. It's nothing. So I mean, they can easily get around you in condos and apartments. And that's a great ploy for them, because it makes us look crazy to the people that we're trying to tell this stuff to. We're saying, hey, somebody moved in right when I moved in, and then that's easier to discredit us. because you're saying it's always switching. It's like I had it happening to me at this apartment complex. My dad knew about that.